Hello guys, Noella here. Welcome back to another video. There is one rule. I think I heard Trevor Noah or something. One comedian basically, he was talking about that for 3 years in your life, move to a different place other than where you grew up. And it's even better if you move to a place that they do not speak your language, so like a completely different country. And this is something I have done. I have practiced. This is my 4th year in Lithuania. I came as an international student, and I wanted to do a video about the dark sides of studying in non-English speaking country. I mean, to move abroad is nice, it's fun, adventure, whatnot, but it comes with completely different dynamics, especially if it's in a country that does not speak a language you understand. So for us English speakers, moving to a country that English is maybe like a 3rd language or a 4th language, not really 2nd per se, because 2nd is quite manageable, but if it's like a 3rd language, then you're in for a rude shock. And some of the lessons that I've learned studying and living in Lithuania: number 1, hanging around or listening to the wrong people. Normally when we live in such countries, obviously we look for people who we share some commonalities, and that could put you in like a very difficult situation, in the sense that people are coming from different backgrounds, people have grew up with different beliefs, and they will somehow kind of influence this, especially if you will be around people who are fear-based, people who don't read books, people who are not trying to have experiences outside what they know. They will really limit your understanding and limit your exposure. And this is why I always say, when you move abroad, avoid people. Like, okay, you can belong to a community, safe is nice, but also put in like intentional effort in meeting people from other cultures. Try to hang out with Indians, for example, even if it's foreigners, because many a times with locals it's a bit difficult, but with foreigners, try to incorporate people from other cultures. Asians, go for people from America, South America, try as much as you can, because they really will open up your way of thinking in a way that people who think and act like you will never do. Number 2, learning the language. This is something this is the biggest mistake I did when I came to Lithuania. I had a lot of resistance in learning the language, because again, I had not made up my mind of what I want to achieve. I had some ideas, but I was still experimenting, which is fine. But I wish I had learned the language way sooner. That is one regret I have. I don't have a lot of regrets in my life, but one of the things that, well, it's not really a regret, because it's not really a regret, because right now I speak the language. But I wish I would have done that sooner, because my experiences would have been much better. Because like right now when I speak, and I have friends that I just meet randomly. The other day, I was just taking a walk, and I sat down, and one old man came and was like, Labariana, and we spoke. I thought actually he's a construction worker, but he said, no, this is Lithuanian. He's kind of old, maybe in his mid-50s. He said, no, he lives there. Then I was like, oh, maybe you have some, like a pineapple, no, not pineapple, apple tree in your home, because I would like some apples from home, because, well, from stores is very full of chemicals. Then he said, well, I do not have a tree here, but I have a tree in my farm outside the city. But he said, come to the house. I have some apples I can give you. This is everything in Lithuania. And I went to his house, and he gave me some, and I met his wife. We're still speaking Lithuanian, mind you. And he told me, like, we are going to the farm on the weekend. Come on Sunday evening. We will have brought more stuff for you on Sunday. I went on Sunday. They gave me pumpkin, they gave me apples, and then they told me, stop by any time in the evening. I'm yet to go, but I will go, and I will definitely carry something Kenyan. I would never have had such experiences if I did not speak the language. So it's something, as soon as you land into a new country that does not speak your language as a second, does not speak English as a second language, start learning the language, because it's gonna save your ass, literally. Listen to me, I'm begging. Also, there is something Nelson Mandela said that's really, it just encompasses this all together, that when you speak to a person in a language that they understand, you speak to their head. But when you speak to them in their language, you speak to their heart. If you want to be smooth, learn the language. Number 3, good things take time. Good things take time. Time is everything. We are always rushing. I want this, I want that. You will think like we will be settled in like a year or 2. Oh, give yourself 5 years. Believe me, give yourself. It's only now that I'm starting to settle a bit. This is the 4th year. Unless maybe if you're coming as an international student, yes. If you're coming as like a worker, you're going as a worker, you're going as a spouse, your dynamics are completely different than mine. But people who are going as students to foreign countries, give yourself 5 years to at least start settling, to at least know what's happening in this society, in that country. Give yourself 5 years. Because if you're pushing like for 2 or 3, you're going to be depressed, you'll have anxiety because you're like, I'm not performing as you thought you would. But then you don't even understand the environment. How are you going to really be productive? How are you going to take advantage of the system that you are not even aware of? So please give yourself time. Be kind to yourself. And as I said, number 2, learn the language. Learning the language will make you learn how the environment and society works quicker, and you can 10x the speed. Immigration. Immigration is another thing. I mean, no, I'm still in number 3. That's be careful with your immigration. Try to not be illegal even for 1 hour in people's country, because it can really mess you up. So try your best. Look for people who can help you, especially when it comes to bank statement for means of sustenance. You need good friends around you who can be able to help you. Number 4 is adaptability and flexibility. You have to be so flexible when you're moving abroad. Do not come with just the way you grew up and you're staying strictly on that lane. Be very flexible, be adaptable, because that is how you get to assimilate to a new environment, to learn new things. Don't just come say, and this is how we do it in my country, this is how we do it in my country. I always say the best example for me is when it comes with Africans moving abroad, what limits us is this thing of like having fun. Having fun is partying. All fun activities that involve Africans, Kenyans especially, there has to be alcohol. People are becoming drunkards in Europe because they have refused to redefine their type of fun. There's a lot of lakes. Europeans do a lot of sports. I'll speak for my Lithuanians because they're mine now. Lithuanians, you're mine. My Lithuanians, they want to be outside. They want to be in the lakes. They want to be in nature. They want to be in the forest. People here, Africans don't want to go for walks. They don't want to register in gyms. They don't want to go for Zumba class. They don't want to learn how to tennis. They don't want to learn how to swim. They just want to, it's Friday night, let's go to Afro party. It's Afro party. Every month everybody is waiting for Afro party to go pop champagne and then have hangover for the whole 3 days. Like, grow up, people. Don't seriously grow up. There is redefine fun. Like, go do stuff outside during the day. Why are you wasting your days on hangovers? And then you're depressed and you're saying, oh this, oh that. I could do like a whole video about this, but I digress. The last one, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing to help my channel grow and to continue seeing this beautiful girl. You feel me? Number 5, never ever, I repeat, never ever live your life as a European. You will die a poor person. Seriously. Europeans have a very comfortable way. Like, their systems are working. So they don't really know what it is to be uncomfortable. There is zero discomfort because things are working. You don't have a job, go to an employment office, they will give you money till you get a job. You want to be a mom, you can go have kids, you will get benefits. So and so. There are things obviously I cannot say on YouTube, duh. But then these drinks after work, party weekends, you're living on foreign land as if it's your land. Is terrible for you. You have to understand, always you're a guest, and anytime your status, like your welcoming, can be cancelled. Is that a word? So be very careful. You are living on borrowed time, especially for us. Again, living in Europe is not really our way, as our style of living. We are more social. We want to be around neighbors that we can invite to our homes to eat. We want to have small talk anywhere and everywhere. We want to be shouting the way we want. We want our kids to go play and then they will come back. I don't know what time. This is the life we are used to and we enjoy it. So I think almost all Africans who are in Europe, especially, they always want to retire back in Kenya. And retirement does not have to be 60 years old. Retirement can be anytime you want it to be. So please, we should try to create systems that enable us to live the life that we want to live, because that is our responsibility. And also at the back of our mind, we should always remember that good times create soft people, and comfort is the enemy of progress. So when you're seeing this is too efficient, things are so efficient, and it's a good thing. You can manipulate the system to make it work for you, because things are working. You can register whatever you want to register. You can bring whatever you want to bring, because the system is very clear. They will give you information and you have to follow. If you don't follow, you are penalized. You're penalized. You're not bribing anybody. Everything is like really, really centralized. You want to pay taxes, yes. You want to pay custom duty. You don't have to call somebody like, oh, make it fast for me. No, systems are working. You process your documents and you give it time. They always say when you're processing documents, they will say, give us 3 weeks, give us 4 weeks. Then after 4 weeks, we can start thinking, oh, what happened? But because things are working, we should take advantage of these things and not be too comfortable, to see what we can do, how we can add value, what we can bring here, what we can take there. You're feeling? That's it. So as I finish the video, I will just say, like, push hard as if the system is not working. Imagine how we struggle in Africa the way we are used to. So do that, put that effort that you will put there in a system that is working. And then you will call me and tell me about it in maybe 2 years. Yeah. Understand taxation. For those who are especially getting into business, understand taxation, certain liabilities. This when you start taking, I'm really scared when I see people starting to take loans to get phones, because that is not what we do. We pay for our things like cash, because when you start getting into consumer debts, they will say, oh, I'm building credit score. But are you really sure you're building credit score? But understand these things very, very, very well. And that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Oh, also, if there is anything I have forgotten to mention that you think is important, and like you have experienced dark side, write in the comments. And please don't start writing things to do with racism. I am a black person, somebody calls me a Negro, so what? I am black. So do not be offended by such small things. Actually, if anything, for me, I've been called Negro, but it's not from the derogatory form. It's not like Jesus Christ, English. It's not like from a bad pants, but it's like Spanish people, they black as Negro. They say Negro. What? But I think I will say one thing. For me, even kids, they will say, oh, lady, hello, lady. You have to put effort into your looks, how you're presenting yourself. Because if you look like you respect yourself, people will automatically treat you with respect. But if you just carry yourself and you're not combing your hair, I don't know, you're wearing shoes that are looking want, your lips are chapped, you look like you have problems, then don't look like your problems. Problems are there. Everybody has problems, but we are packaging. Package. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.